Okay, so let's move on to class. So now if we go here, now why you go for Docker? Today we're going to discuss what is Docker and also what is the advantage of Docker and what is the architecture of Docker and all we'll see. So generally, right? So if you want to deploy any application, for example, I want to deploy one Java application war file. What you need, Karthik? Let's paint. We need one server, right? For example, this is my Java artifact file, war file. And if you want to deploy this artifact file, and we need one server, right? Tomcat server, correct?
Yes, sir.
For example, if you want to build the your application, we need Jenkins servers, correct? Jenkins server. Suppose if you want to configure Jenkins server, before configuring what you need, directly we can configure Jenkins server without operating system. Without operating system, can we configure Tomcat server? No, right? So Tomcat server, Jenkins server, or HTTP server, or Nginx server, or whatever you want. If you want to configure, first you need what you need. We need OS, right? Clear, Karthik? OS,
Yes, sir.
operating system. What you need? Operating system. So first we need operating system, and next we are going to configure your servers and all. So this is operating system. Clear? On top of operating system, so if you want to, we can configure. If you want to, we can configure Tomcat server, or if you want to, we can configure Jenkins server, or if you want to, we can configure any servers. So these are the basic points. Clear? And so this is the Jenkins server. This is the Jenkins server. This is the Jenkins server. Okay. Now, so first we need to install operating system. On top of we are going to install Tomcat server, Jenkins servers and all. And if you install Tomcat server, if you install Jenkins server, it is taking some space, right? Now observe here. If you go here, and so earlier we are using a hardware devices. This is the traditional deployment. So this is the traditional deployment. Hardware, on top of hardware, we are going to install the soft operating systems, and we are going to deploy your applications and all. Suppose this is my Windows operating system. Just assume this is my Windows operating system. This is my Windows operating system. Okay. Here I want to configure, and so multiple servers. One minute, Karthik. I will back.
Okay, sir.
Hello, Karthik.
Sir.
Understand. Okay. Now this is the Tomcat. So just assume this is the Windows operating system, and so I want to configure so different projects. Just assume one for Java related projects and other for .NET related project. One is Java related. So Java, I need to Java project. I need to configure one setup, and same way .NET project. I need to configure one setup, and same way for Salesforce. I need to configure one setup. Like this, I want to do. Now, how to configure here? So this is the hardware devices. This is the hardware, right? This is the hardware devices. On top of we are going to install the operating system. On top of we are going to set up a Tomcat, Jenkins, whatever you want, we are configuring. See like this. Now see here only one. Suppose after this is the old. Now they are we come to VM. VM you know right, virtual machines. I hope you know right, VM machines. VM
Yes,
is
yes.
virtual machines. So VM means so virtual machines. Virtual machines. Now same operating system. Just assume this is my Windows operating system. Right now this is my Windows operating system. So here Windows is running. For Linux, I need to practice Linux. I need one more operating system. So how to install here? Do you have any idea? ఇప్పుడు నాకు విండోస్ ఆపరేటింగ్ సిస్టమ్, సో దీంట్లో నాకు
By
ఓఎస్
using
కావాలి
virtual machine.
బై యూజింగ్ వర్చువల్ మిషన్. సో దిస్ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ సింప్లీ వీఆర్ కాలింగ్ డ్యూయల్ ఓఎస్, డ్యూయల్ ఆపరేటింగ్ సిస్టమ్, డ్యూయల్ ఆపరేటింగ్ సిస్టమ్. వీ కెన్ యూజ్ లైక్ దిస్ ఆల్సో, డ్యూయల్ ఆపరేటింగ్ సిస్టమ్. నవ్ గాట్ ఇట్. సో ఆల్రెడీ విండోస్ ఉంది, నాకు లైనక్స్ కూడా కావాలి. సో డైరెక్ట్లీ వీ కెనాట్ ఇన్స్టాల్ లైనక్స్ రైట్. What we need to do, we are going to install one VM machine, and the VM machines whatever you want we can install. Now got it. Now observe here. So this is the virtualized deployment VM. So same story, hardware operating system, this is the hypervisor software, and with the help of hypervisor and we can create multiple VM machines. One for C, one application deployed here, just assume Java, one application deployed, this is .NET related, and whatever we want we can create multiple VM machines. Simply we can create multiple VM machines. How to create multiple VM machines? Multiple VM machines. See, with the help of hypervisor. So hypervisor is the just one software. Don't confuse here. What is a hypervisor? See here, hypervisor is a, this is a virtual machine monitor. Hypervisor is type of computer software framework hardware that create and run virtual machines. So this is the one type of, this is a type of one type of software, computer software, and with the help of we can create multiple virtual machines. We can create multiple virtual machines, and each virtual machines we need to share existing resource. Now here one more thing is we need to remember. This is my laptop, right? So here I have 500 GB hard disk, 500 GB hard disk, and here I have a 16 GB RAM. Okay, now zoom. Now Windows machine is running. Suppose if you want to install one more operating system here, we need to share existing resources, right? Clear, Karthik? ఇప్పుడు నాకు విండోస్ ఆపరేటింగ్ సిస్టమ్ రన్ అవుతా ఉంది. సో విండోస్ ఆపరేటింగ్ సిస్టమ్ 60 GB యూస్ చేసుకుంటుంది. సో మొత్తం స్పేస్ విండోస్కే అలికేట్ చేశాను. సపోజ్ ఐ నీడ్ వన్ మోర్ ఆపరేటింగ్ సిస్టమ్. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఐ నీడ్ లైనక్స్ మిషన్. ఐ నీడ్ టు కాన్ఫిగర్ లైనక్స్. So if you want to configure Linux also, we need some hardware software resources, right? Now got it.
Yes, sir.
So now see here for this hard disk how much. For example, I am giving 100 GB. I am giving 100 GB. I am giving so I am giving 100 GB. I am giving 100 GB. 100 GB memo that is space, and RAM. How much you want RAM? So for example, RAM and all I need. So how much you want RAM? Here I need I'm giving 8 GB RAM. Total I have 16 GB, right? 16 GB RAM. Now see, like this we need to share existing hardware resources. Existing hardware resources. Suppose if you want to configure one more operating system, I need one more operating system. Now got it. For example, you need Ubuntu. So suppose if you need Ubuntu, so for this also we need to give something, right? Or Mac OS. Okay, for Mac OS. So for this if you want to set up Mac also, you need to share some resources, right? How much space you want to allocate for this, how much space you want to allocate for this. So like this we need to allocate. So for Mac also I am giving remaining already 8, right? Remaining 8 is available. Now here 4 GB RAM to Mac OS, 50 GB hard disk space to Mac OS, like this. Now clear? So like this, we have to share existing resources. Now, if you want to, we can configure like this many systems. But obviously, what is means system performance goes down. Now clear? That is the main problem here. Now got it, Karthik?
Yes,
System
sir.
performance. Why it is goes down system performance? So total 16 GB. For Linux, I given 8 GB RAM, 100 GB. For Mac OS also again I am giving for example 4 GB RAM. I am going to allocate some 4 GB RAM. I am going to allocate some 4 GB RAM, and I am going to give some memory location, the space also. So because of so system performance also goes down. Clear? Now to overcome this problem, now observe here. This is the hardware devices. On top of we are going to install operating system, and with the help of hypervisor software, we are going to create multiple VM machines. For each VM machines, we have to share existing hardware resources. Clear, Karthik? That is the main point. Now here is a problem. If you want to, we can create a 2, 3 or 4. Anyway, system it will goes down, right? So to overcome this problem, nowadays we are using containerization. See here, containers. So containers. So containers means here no need to create any VM machines. This is the hardware devices. On top of hardware, we are going to set up operating system, any one operating system, whether it may be Windows operating system, Linux operating system, Mac, anything. Okay. So this is the operating system. On top of directly, we are going to install the Docker. Right, containers. What is container? Right, in road also we can see containers. Containers means it is carrying multiple items, right? Clear or not?
Yes, sir. Clear.
So that is multiple items we can carry. See here, this is the hardware, this is the operating system, Windows or Linux, whatever it may be. On top of we are going to install the Docker. So on top of we are going to create multiple containers. For example, I need, so very simple. This is the main operating system. So this is my operating system. This is Windows or Linux, whatever may be. This is the hardware devices, and also this is the hardware devices. Next we are going to software device. This is the operating hardware devices. On top of we are going to what we need to do, we are going to install software. We are going to install software. We are going to install software. On top of directly we are going to install only Docker. No need to create any VM machines. So no need to create any VM machines. So no need to create any VM machines. No need to create so any VM machines and all. No need to create any VM machines. So first one is hardware, second one is software. On top of we are going to install the Docker. So this is the Docker. This is the Docker. And with the help of Docker, we can create multiple containers. So we can create so multiple containers. This is a very important. So we can create multiple containers. We can create so multiple containers. So here whatever you want, we can create multiple containers. So this is one container, this is one container, this is one container, this is one container. Like this we can create multiple containers. Now here no need to add, no need to share any hardware resources to these containers. Based on your container usage, automatically it is this is the kernel, right? This is the operating system. So this is the operating system. This is the kernel means operating system. So this is the kernel. This is the operating system. This is the operating system. So this is the hardware devices. So on top of we are going to install operating system. On top of we are going to install Docker, and with the Docker we can create multiple containers. So now we'll see this and all what is how it will work. Now clear? Suppose if you want to handle multiple Docker, that case we go for Kubernetes. This is the advanced. This is the advanced topic and orchestration tool Kubernetes, and we'll see later. Now here any doubt, Karthik? So this is earlier we are using only one operating system. We are deploying only one application. Next, one operating system, we are going to create multiple VM machines, and each VM machines one application we can deploy. Suppose if you need 100 applications, if you want to deploy, or I want to deploy 20 applications, that case, so this is not suitable. So to overcome this, now Docker is came. See here, so Docker, this is the operating system. Here, no need to share any hardware resources to, no need to share any hardware resources to, no need to share any hardware resources, no need to share any hardware resources to Docker. So based on based on Docker usage, based on Docker usage, automatically, so automatically the hardware and software resources will be sharing. Clear?
సార్ ఇప్పుడు విర్చువల్ మెషిన్ లో మనం ubuntu linux ఇట్లా చేస్తాం కదా సార్
చేసుకుంటాం. సో
ఇన్‌స్టాల్.
ఎక్కడ చేస్తాం ఇక్కడ?
డాకర్‌లో ఏమేమి చేస్తాం?
సేమ్ అవే. ఇక్కడ డాకర్లో కూడా ఏం సేమ్ అవే చేస్తాం. బట్ హియర్ నో నీడ్ టు షేర్ ఎనీథింగ్. ఇప్పుడు నాకు చూడు ఇక్కడ ఒక సో ఇక్కడ ఒక నాకు విండోస్ ఉంది. నౌ సి న్యూ. సో సేమ్ థింగ్. సో this is the hardware and this is the software. On top of we are going to install one hypervisor software, and the top of we are going to create virtual machines. Clear? Multiple. This is the virtual machine 1 and this is the virtual machine 2. Just assume this is the VM1. VM1. This is the VM1 and so this is the VM2. ఇప్పుడు ఈ VM మిషన్ మనం క్రియేట్ చేయాలంటే దీనికి ఏం కావాలి? రిసోర్స్ కావాలి కదా. సో ఇప్పుడు హార్డ్వేర్, దిస్ ఆర్ ద హార్డ్వేర్. దిస్ ఈస్ ద ఆపరేటింగ్ సిస్టమ్. దిస్ ఈస్ ద ఆపరేటింగ్ సిస్టమ్. దిస్ ఈస్ ద hypervisor software. You install, right? Correct?
యెస్
Clear or
సార్.
not? Hyper software. With the help of we can create. Now hardware means just assume 100 GB space and 16 GB RAM. Now for every VM machines we have to share existing hardware resources, right? ఇప్పుడు నేను దీనికి ఎంత ఇస్తున్నాను? 15 GB ఇచ్చాను. 50 GB and so this is a space and also 4 GB RAM allocate చేశాను. నా రిమైనింగ్ ఎంత ఉంది? ఎంత ఉంది రిమైనింగ్ మన దగ్గర? 12 ఉందా?
12 జీబీ.
అగైన్ ఈ VM కూడా స్పేస్ ఎంత ఇస్తాను? 50 GB స్పేస్ అలొకేట్ చేశాను. సో ర్యామ్ ఆల్సో ఐఎమ్ గివింగ్ 4 GB. సో నౌ వీఆర్ షేరింగ్ ఎగ్జిస్టింగ్ రిసోర్సెస్, రైట్? ఈ రిసోర్స్ మనం షేర్ చేస్తున్నాం మల్టిపుల్ VM మిషన్స్. వీ కెన్ క్రియేట్ మల్టిపుల్, నాట్ ఓన్లీ సింగిల్ 1 2 3 అండ్ ఆల్. ఇఫ్ యూ నీడ్ వన్ మోర్ VM మిషన్స్, ఫర్ దిస్ ఆల్సో వీ నీడ్ టు షేర్, రైట్? బట్ ఇఫ్ యూ కమ్ టు హియర్ containerization, software, this is the Docker, and no need to share existing resources. Here directly we are creating containers. అంటే ఇక్కడ మనం స్పెసిఫిక్ గా మెన్షన్ చేయడం అవసరం లేదు. బేస్డ్ ఆన్ రిక్వైర్మెంట్ ఆటోమేటిక్లీ ఇట్ ఈస్ పిక్ ఫ్రమ్ ద OS ఆపరేటింగ్ సిస్టమ్ కెర్నల్. దిస్ ఈస్ ద మెయిన్ పాయింట్. ఐ హోప్ యూ గాట్ ఇట్, రైట్? స్పెసిఫిక్ గా మనం మెన్షన్ చేయడం అవసరం లేదు.
కార్తీ బా 1 మినిట్ అబ్బా. కార్తీ
సార్.
కొత్తగా బాక్స్. కార్తీ, నువ్వు నీ సిస్టమ్ లో వర్చువల్ బాక్స్ వేసావా? గుర్తుందా నీకు?
ఎస్ సార్.
ఇప్పుడు నీ సిస్టమ్ లో ఎన్ని వర్చువల్ బాక్స్ వేయగలవు నువ్వు? ఒకవేళ ఓ అంటే మాక్సిమం చెప్పు.
3 గానీ 4 గానీ సార్.
ఎందుకు 3
లేదా
4
2.
నువ్వు ఆగిపోతున్నావు? చెప్పు ఒకసారి.
అంటే ఇప్పుడు మనం లినక్స్ ఇన్‌స్టాల్ చేసేటప్పుడు స్పేస్ అడుగుతుంది కదా సార్.
ఇప్పుడు లిజన్, నీ ప్రతి కంప్యూటర్ లో హోస్ట్ ఓఎస్, గెస్ట్ ఓఎస్ అని 2 ఉంటాయి కార్తీ. డిఫాల్ట్ గా నీ ల్యాప్టాప్ హోస్ట్ ఓఎస్, నీ వర్చువల్ బాక్స్ వచ్చి గెస్ట్ ఓఎస్. ప్రతి గెస్ట్ ఓఎస్ హోస్ట్ ఓఎస్ మెమరీని వాడుకుంటుంది. ఇప్పుడు అర్థమైంది కాన్సెప్ట్? గెస్ట్
ఎస్
ఓఎస్
సార్.
ఎవరు? వర్చువల్ బాక్స్.
వర్చువల్ మెషిన్.
వర్చువల్ బాక్స్ నువ్వు చెప్పినట్టు అడుగుతుంది 2 జీబీనా 4 జీబీనా అని. ఈ 2 జీబీ
సార్.
4 జీబీ ఎక్కడి నుంచి వాడుకుంటుంది? నీ ఒరిజినల్ ల్యాప్టాప్ యొక్క స్పేస్ వాడుకుంటుంది.
అది హోస్ట్,
అది ఒరిజినల్ హోస్ట్. నువ్వు వర్చువల్ బాక్స్ గెస్ట్. ఇలాంటి గెస్ట్లు 4 5 6 మ్యాక్సిమం వేయచ్చు నువ్వు మన కంప్యూటర్లో అయితే. ఒకవేళ 20 వేసావనుకో, అప్పటి నుంచి కంప్యూటర్ వర్క్ కాదు నీకు. అదే డాకర్ కంటైనర్ అలా కాదు, 200 కంటైనర్లు కూడా నువ్వు వేసుకోవచ్చు ఒకేసారి. ఏంటి అడ్వాంటేజ్? ప్రతి కంటైనరు పోస్ట్ ఓఎస్తో డైరెక్ట్గా వర్క్ అవుతుంది. ఎంత మెమరీ కావాలని తీసుకుంటుంది, వర్క్ అయిపోగానే మెమరీని వదిలేస్తుంది. అది దీని డాకర్ యొక్క స్పెషాలిటీ. ఇంకా
డైనమిక్.
సార్ కంటిన్యూ చేస్తాడు చూడు.
ఓకే.
డైనమిక్గా
థ్యాంక్ యూ.
నీకేం కావాలో తీసుకుంటుంది. ఆ తర్వాత వర్క్ అయిపోతాను ఏం చేస్తుంది, జస్ట్ లైక్ వాష్రూమ్ వెళ్తాం. 2 వాష్రూమ్లు 100 మంది వాడుకోవచ్చా లేదా? ఎలా వాడుకోవచ్చు? ఎవడి పాటికి వాడు వెళ్ళాడు, బయట వచ్చేసాడు, వెళ్ళాడు వచ్చేసాడు, వెళ్ళాడు వచ్చేసాడు. ఒక రోజుకి 100 మంది విజిట్ చేస్తారు, ఉన్నది 2 వాష్రూమ్లే. లాజిక్ అర్థమైందా?
ఎస్ సార్.
డాకర్
సేమ్.
కంటైనర్ అంత ఈజీగా హ్యాండిల్ చేస్తుంది. ఓకే, యూ విల్ కంటిన్యూ.
So same story. So how it will work means, so here, now see here, this is the hardware and operating system. This is simply we are calling kernel. Linux we are calling kernel, but Windows we are operating system, right? On top of we are going to install the Docker. This is the one small package we are going to install, and with the help of we can create multiple containers. So here if we come to here, this is one container for Tomcat, one container for Jenkins, one container for right, DB. We can create whatever how many you want. Now got it? So here no need to specify for this container this much memory, this much RAM. No need to specify for this container for this application deployment, this many this much memory, this much space. So no need to mention anything. Dynamically based on your requirement, based on container usage, it will get from the memory and all main operating system. Once everything done, so automatically that is releasing. Now got it?
ఎస్ సార్.
Now same way in interview also they are asking very important question. What is difference between container and virtual machine? This is 99% people are asking. Now you know some basics. Now you know what is virtual machine, you know already. What is container also we know. Now what is major difference between VM machines and Docker containers? This is very important. Interview also most of the people they are asking this question. Now see here, hardware level process isolation. This is OS level process isolation. This is the hardware level, this is the OS level. Now got it? So every time we need to share existing resources and all. So here this is the operating system level. Here only one operating system. With the help of we can create multiple containers. Here we need to, with the help of hypervisor, we are creating multiple VM machines. On top of we are going to deploy your applications. Clear?
ఎస్ సార్. క్లియర్.
Now see here next, each VM has separate operating system. Now got it? Now if you go here, this is the one operating system. This is the one operating system. This is the one operating system. These all are the guest operating systems. Just now sir explained, right? Okay, so this is the main operating system. This is the host operating system. These are the guest operating systems. So like this, we can create. See here, each VM has separate OS, whether it is Linux or Windows, whatever it may be. Each container can share OS. So all containers share from the OS only. Now boot in minutes, boot in seconds. Suppose if you want to create one VM machine, how much time it will take, Karthik? At least minimum.
5
You need to
మినిట్స్.
create. Did you create any VM missions in our mission
ఎస్
with
సార్.
the help of
డౌన్లోడ్ చేసి ఇన్‌స్టాల్ చేసి ఒక 10 మినిట్స్.
10 minutes to 10 to 15 minutes, right? But if we come
ఎస్.
to Docker, within seconds we can create containers. For example, we need to create one Tomcat setup. Now try to understand. నువ్వేం చేయాలి, ఒక టామ్ క్యాట్ సర్వర్ని కాన్ఫిగర్ చేయాలి, ఒక విఎం మిషన్ క్రియేట్ చేసి. ఐ నీడ్ టు కాన్ఫిగర్ టామ్ క్యాట్ సర్వర్. నౌ జస్ట్ అజ్యూమ్ హౌ మచ్ టైమ్ ఇట్ విల్ టేక్, మినిమం అట్లీస్ట్ 10 మినిట్స్, రైట్?
ఎస్ సార్.
ఫాస్ట్గా చేసినా ఎంత ఫాస్ట్ వర్క్ అయినా అట్లీస్ట్ 10 మినిట్స్ పడుతుంది. క్లియర్ మాధవి? 10 మినిట్స్. నౌ సేమ్ వే ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు క్రియేట్ Tomcat container with the help of Docker, it will take at least only 5 to 10 seconds. Clear? Now see here, this is the difference. It boot up time is minutes. If you want to connect that VM and all, it will take at least 1 or 2 minutes, right? And it will take only seconds. And VMs are few GBs. How much space it will occupy? At least tell me here. If you want to create any operating system, how much GB it will occupy? అట్లీస్ట్ మన స్పేస్ ఆక్యుపై చేస్తుంది కదా. ఇఫ్ యూ క్రియేట్ ఎనీ
Yes, sir.
వర్చువల్ మిషన్, నీ సిస్టమ్ ఎంత ఆక్యుపై చేసింది, మినిమం 500 MB or 1 GB like that, right? But if you come to container, this is very less space. See, container is lightweight, only KB, kilobytes and megabyte, but this is a GB. Ready-made VMs are difficult to find. Ready-made VMs are difficult to find. 1 second. Now, if you see here, this is the VMs are few GBs and containers are lightweight, and this is ready-made difficult to find. So here are already we can use existing images and all. With the help of we can create. VMs can move to new OS easily. Containers are easily we can destroy and easily we can recreate, and rather than moving. So whenever if you need we can create. If you don't want we can delete it also. Creating VM take relatively longer time, you know, right? If you want to create any VM machines, it will take so long time, but containers can create in seconds. In seconds we can create within the seconds we can create containers. So more resource usage, less resource usage. I hope you got it, Karthik.
Yes,
So
sir.
at least remember 2 to 4 points in interview purpose. So whatever as of now you know, so it will take it will occupy more space. This is the lightweight, and so see here, this is the hardware level process isolation, OS level process isolation, boot in seconds, boot in minutes, and see, this is the it is occupying more resources. This is occupying very less resource usage. Clear? So this is very very
Clear, sir.
important question. Interview also most of the people they are asking how it will work under. How it is recording it. Okay. So same, see here, these are the operating system, and every operating system top we are going to deploy the application. Go to deploy to your applications and all. Now these are the main components, and the next class I will explain each and everything. So this is also very very important. So what is Docker architecture, and what are the main components in Docker, and so what is the uses each components. Okay. So this is in this class, this is very, very important. What is different between if you attend any interview, and so in resume if you mention Docker, mostly they are asking what is difference between VM machines and Docker containers. VM machines and Docker containers. Clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay. So